Up next, Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports NBA. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Batum. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington out there with Little. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Jones in at the 2. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Lillard misses.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Nobody near Lillard. No good on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
It's amazing everything Leonard gives you, including the eyes to find the open man.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Lillard. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Now here's Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Here's George, following the score by Damian Lillard. Zubac kicks to Leonard. Outside for Jackson. 5 to shoot. Back to Leonard. A 3-ball. Good on the three-point shot. Leonard's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Feeling that one all the way. Leonard lethal in the catch-and-shoot game.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Little. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Jones. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Hondo comes in for George. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter.
And it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Outside Rondo. Pass to Man. Leonard on the wing. Passes it to Man. Back to Leonard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Man passes to Patterson. 6 on the shot clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
McCollum outside. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Leonard with the steal. Now the pass to Rondo. Back to Leonard. Outside Rondo. Down low. Shoots from the right block. And the nice bucket inside from Patterson.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 11. To halt the run, bangs home the trifecta.
I don't think the range surprises anyone anymore. CJ can shoot the lights out from any position.
Man passes to Leonard. He kicks to Rondo. Back to Leonard. It's Patterson atop the key. Just 5 on the clock. From the top of the key. That shot off.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Pass to Patterson. Morris outside. Outside Rondo. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Up top Leonard. Covered by Anthony. Leonard the pass to Patterson. Goes up again. And Cantor pulls it down. Here's Powell. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Los Angeles, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We'll return shortly. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA.
I'm training summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
They've got Enes Kanter. Jones is out there with Anthony. Then there's McCollum. And it's Simons in at point. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Here's what Portland's going with right now. Giles comes in for Jones. And Norman Powell subbed in for Anthony Simons. And here are the Trailblazers now, following the miss by Marcus Morris from deep. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his special?
Whatever he made, it was special. Wouldn't matter.
With good size for a two-guard, Luke Kennard can finish in the paint.
That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 4 again on the bucket from McCollum.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
Rondo passes to Oturu. Kennard against Powell. Pass to Coffey. Here's Oturu. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Giles kicks to McCollum. Passes it to Powell. Outside Anthony. Feeds to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
So it's the Clippers now. The Blazers getting the bucket.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
And no stopping Lillard. Excellent at staying in control no matter what the D throws at him.
Jones checked in for Anthony Simons. The Clippers in the lead. Here's George. To the middle. Here's Batum. The shot's good on the assist by George. Batum's got his second basket of the game.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Outside Covington. Jones kicks to Covington. Lillard the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, Dame loves to test the defense like that, runs up against it, and then outworks them.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Man's checked in.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Jackson with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's George. Portland grabs the miss. And now Portland on the break. Here's Nurkic, and he uses the glass on the layup. Nurkic has got the lead up to 1 now for Portland.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Zubac finds Jackson. Back to Zubac. That one's not going to go. Great D that time from Nurkic. Here's Little. Covington. The shot will not fall. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Covington against Batum. Nurkic with the steal. Lillard against Jackson. Lillard with the bucket.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Man passes to George. Outside Jackson. Dishes it to George. Shot clock at 5. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Leonard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Trailblazers leading by 3. Lillard the pass to Nurkic. Lillard against George. And the shot goes in. Lillard's got 13.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
The shot by George, wide open. Buries the long-range jumper.
You need guys who can stretch the floor or the offense doesn't flow. Paul George is one of the best at it.
Lillard looking around. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. What a quarter that saw them. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson. Dame Lillard, a player who's improved every year he's been in the league. Guys, as he gets in. And that'll do it for our halftime report.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Paul George. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point guard.
Flexing at the rack. Leonard doing what he can to fire up his teammates.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Offensive rebound. Here's George. And Jones sends it back. Kicks it to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. Outside Covington. There's the pass to Lillard. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Nurkic the pass to Little. Lillard outside. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. And Jackson throws it down hard.
and the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock. And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in LA, but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Derek Jones. And Portland turns it over again. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. Simons, he's checked in for Portland. The Clippers also changing it up. Marcus Morris is checked in for Batum. Luke Kennard comes in for George. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Reggie Jackson.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. Jones checked in for C.J. McCollum. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simon. And Lillard throws it down.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
To the left wing, pass to Kennard. The dish to Morris. Here's Coffey. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Oturu, the pass to Kennard. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Again, the miss by Morris.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball. Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
This is his third trip to the free throw line in the game.
And you look at his numbers from last year, 89% from the line, so hard to ask for much more than that.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Powell with the steal. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. McCollum with the ball. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Oturu, the pass to Morris. Traps in the tray. Morris has got 5 points now in the quarter. Teams have dynasties, the 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. This is his first free throw of the game.
And last year, excellent at the free throw line, just a shade under 90%.
A free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
NBA champion, finals MVP, Kawhi has done a lot in a short time.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
Leonard inside. Back to Zubac. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And the Clippers lead by 7.
The team play of Leonard, a catalyst for this offense, does everything you need to affect winning.
Kanter inside. Zubac defending. McCollum from deep three-point land. The long distance three is buried. McCollum's got his third bucket of the night. Here's man, guarded by Powell. Outside Jackson. Clock at 6. Misses in close. And we've reached the end of the third. Clippers lead by 4. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Albert Covington out there with Ennis Cantor. Then there's McCollum. Then it's Anthony. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
So comfortable in pick and roll. Paul George is a top-level ball handler who consistently makes the right play.
Here's Simons. Pass to Carmelo. It's hauled in by Zubac, and we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Cantor. Little comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anthony Simons.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Lillard against Leonard. Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Damian Lillard.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it.
Batum finds George. That one misses. Good D by Covington. The Trailblazers shooting at 50% in a decent groove. And that's an intentional foul. And Portland making a change here. Cantor's checked in. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Jackson. Rondo dishes to George. Shoots the 3. It's good from long range. And the Clippers lead by 7.
That's his second three-pointer of the night. 1 in each half. Trying to keep the defense honest.
And McCollum launches it from deep. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Clippers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And George kicks to Rondo. Back to George. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
And that's just a risky play to make a heave like that. Not worth it.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for Rajon Rondo. Passes to McCollum. George against Lillard. To the paint. Batum with the steal. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's George. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination. High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
George passes to Leonard. Back to George. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Lillard the pass to Cantor. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Lillard against Jackson. But they recover it. Cantor. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. And now it's just a 4-point Los Angeles lead. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Nurkic with the block. Now George. Back to Batum. Clock at 4. And Cantor over to help. Stolen by Cantor. Little dishes to McCollum. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Little. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. They've led by as many as 11 points. And George, here we go. Yes!
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
And it's Lillard missing. Here now, the Clippers. George looking over the floor. He kicks it to Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. Jackson has the open look. And there's the foul. It's on Nasir Little. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Derek Jones in for McCollum. George against Jones. Just 3 to shoot. Takes a shot at the elbow. The offensive rebound. Outside for Batum. Outside, George.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable. There's the knockout blow. No chance of getting up off the canvas now.
Lillard from deep three-point land. It's good.
This is what he's known for when it's an...
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. We've got Will Barton. Porter is out there with Aaron Gordon. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Murray in at the 1. And for Portland, we've got Damian Lillard. Robert Covington out there with Little. Then it's Jones. And it's Nurkic in at the center, locking down the middle.
Carving up the defense with excellent passes like there. Jokic, a big man with great vision.
Good on the triple. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. Now here's Jones following the miss by Jokic. Lillard outside. Pass to Nurkic. Takes it out to Covington. 5 on the clock. And stolen by Murray. Oh, and here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. Oh!
Big time throwdown with flavor.
That is just nasty.
About the athleticism on that finish.
Now here's Lillard. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Got it from 16 feet.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Here's Covington, and it's blocked by Gordon.
Good defensive instincts there displayed by Gordon. Reading the shooter all the way and timing the rejection perfectly.
Out in his own on the break. And then Lillard slams it in.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Murray surveying the D. Pass to Porter. Jokic with it. Barton finds Jokic. Here's Porter. The kick out to Barton. 4 on the shot clock. Fires from deep. Goes back up. Jokic with the bucket.
Persistence pays, and Jokic not giving up on the play, doing a nice job pursuing the basketball there.
The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Cantor, he's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Jones. Now, here's Cantor. Anthony, the pass to Cantor. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Outstanding timing from Jokic there. Then the superb reach to wipe away the shot.
Millsap misses.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Three-pointer, Lillard. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Denver in the lead. Shot from the wing. Not happening with that shot. He's put up 5 and made 2. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for Portland. Cullen passes to Cantor. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Now here's Little. Not a lot of room. Lillard, right side, over Gordon. And it's off the back rim, no good. The Nuggets have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Murray against Lillard. Inside, Jokic makes it off the glass. Jokic has got 6.
You know, it's evident that Jokic is comfortable operating close to the rim. He's outstanding with his shot selection.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Offensive rebound.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And it's Gordon penetrating, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Look at Gordon knife through that defense, getting ahead of steam on his way to the basket and flushing that dunk home.
Now here's Lillard. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Nuggets lead by 3. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team's approach.
The mentality of how we play, how we move.
Greg, sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Denver.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
Taking a look at the Nuggets. Cole is out there with Paul Millsap. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Dozier in at the shooting guard. McCollum finds Anthony. Powell down low, tips it up, and Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Dozier, guarded by Powell. The shot's good from McGee.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Drills it from outside.
And with that great handle and high basketball IQ, McCollum remains a lethal pick-and-roll option.
Campazzo, he's guarded by McCollum. And it's McGee with the jam.
And that's rocking the rim. Give him the 2 points and tack on some for style.
Oh, he deserves them. He deserves all the points he can get there. Sensational.
I call that an executive summary statement.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. Jones checked in for Harry Giles. And it's Simons in for Powell. Nurkic in the post, guarded by McGee. Nurkic can't hit. The Nuggets leading by 5. Porter kicks to Green. Passes it to McGee. Shoots over Covington. Campazzo, he's guarded by McCollum. And another miss by Denver.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
Boy, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Little, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anthony Simons. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Anthony, rebound by the Nuggets. Porter with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Jokic passes to Porter. Jokic kicks to Porter. The Nuggets with another miss. Trailblazers trail by 5. Here's Anthony. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Now, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Lillard dishes to Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
You know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
The pass to Barton. Here's Gordon, covered by Anthony. Gordon kicks to Barton. Murray against Lillard. Murray, the pass to Porter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From 13, and Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 6th rebound on the night. To the inside, Little. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Now just a 1-point Denver lead.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Porter finds Jokic. Over Cantor. And Jokic with the basket on the assist from Porter. Jokic has got 8.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
Lillard fires away from way outside. And he got that one up in time, but thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They didn't get more than a one-possession lead. And that should...
second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. Then it's Little. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Jones in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Murray, the pass to Porter. It's stolen by Little. Here's Lillard. The bucket is good. 11. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. And, guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They've brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure. This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
It's Barton with the drive. Porter kicks to Murray. He feeds it to Gordon. Sweet move. Up again. It's good on the putback.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Portland trailing here. Here's Lillard. He's got 15. Pass to Covington. Little dishes to Lillard. Just 5 on the clock. And it's sent back by Jokic. Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. Lillard misses. Denver's shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. Murray, the pass to Barton, and he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do. Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
The dish to Bowl. Outside for Millsap. The 11-footer. Powell with the steal. Bowl the pass to McGee. And it's Portland with the rebound. Cantor's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Pulls up, high post. Dozier can't get it to go.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Denver with the ball. Bull. And that one is off. Now Portland takes it the other way. Powell kicks to Cantor. And a wide open look for McCollum. Sinks the three-pointer. McCollum's got 6.
And you can't give McCollum any space. Always a threat to pull the trigger.
Campazzo. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. So for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington's checked in for Giles, and it's Simons in for Powell. Wide open look here for Murray. The Nuggets with another miss. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. A 2-point game.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Outside for Murray. And he's good on the 3-ball. Murray's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. It's the Trailblazers. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight. Our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. A moment now to reset the lineups brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the 4th quarter. So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got Michael Porter. Bill Barton is out there with Jamal Murray. Then there's Gordon, and it's Jokic in at the 5 spot.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
Lillard attacking.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets, using that astounding speed to blaze past the defender.
Murray outside. Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Clock at 4. Shoots over Lillard. Murray, no good. Portland leading. And now Portland on the break. Lillard with the ball. Kicks it out to McCollum. Off target from outside. The Nuggets shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Porter. Porter's got 3 assists tonight.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Barton against McCollum. Pulls up on the elbow. They get it again. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Barton passes to Murray. Back to Barton. Pass to Gordon. The pass to Jokic. It's good.
Jokic is such a developed offensive player. He's really good at taking advantage of these mid-range spots.
Here is Lillard. And it's blocked by Gordon. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Covington with the steal. The feed to McCollum. And McCollum with the slam.
I mean, call it a combo guard to whatever. McCollum is a scorer first and foremost, and when he puts it on the deck, the young fella is going to the hoop.
Gordon finds Jokic. Shoots over Nurkic. And it's Portland with the rebound.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one. I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Cantor's checked in for Robert Covington. And Jones subbed in for C.J. McCollum. McCollum's checked in for Portland. And Denver also making a switch. JaVale McGee's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Murray kicks to Jokic. McGee controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
Yeah, you know, with his size and presence in the post, McGee has a lot of value on the offensive glass.
McGee with the block. But they'll get another chance. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 10 rebounds. Pass to McGee. Little comes with a double team. And here's Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
When it's an important possession, Jokic steps up big.
Lillard against Murray. Pulls it from 20. It's deflected, but he gets it back. Kicks it out to McCollum. Murray against Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Murray outside. To the paint. The shot's good from McGee.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Boy, and just look at what Damian Lillard is doing.
51 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Murray outside. Outside for Millsap. McGee trying to break free. Got it!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Lillard with it, and McGee picks him up defensively. Pass to Nurkic to the middle. Now Lillard. It counts.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
Now here's Murray. Inside. It's in!
Boy, he is an all-star level talent for sure. Jokic a safe bet in the clutch.
So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. And coming to you today from Portland, Oregon. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Redick in at the small 4. And for Portland, Damian Lillard out there with Derek Jones. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Little in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Porzingis out to Doncic. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Chris, it doesn't matter if they're 2 of the best teams in the league or the 2 worst. When these guys get together, these rivals, it's always fun.
Yeah, Kevin, you're so right.
That is just nasty.
The athleticism on that finish.
Richardson outside over Jones. Porzingis on the follow.
And talk about persistence. Porzingis just being a bully on the offensive glass and punishing the opposition.
Lillard against Doncic. Lillard with the bucket.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
Oh, yeah, that's one of his go-to spots. I mean, you have to pressure him in that mid-range area.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Outside, Redick. Back to Porzingis. Outside, Redick. 5 on the clock. Kleba, the pass to Porzingis. And it's good. The time running down on the shot clock. Porzingis has got his second bucket.
A nice start for them offensively. 3 or 4 to kick things off.
Down low. Here's Jones. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. Puts it up from 17, and it's Lillard missing.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Jones, the pass to Nurkic. Gets a hand on it. Great positioning on the putback.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Richardson attacking.
Right there, you see Richardson's size and length at the rim. Possesses great physical tools.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. So for the Trailblazers, Cantor comes in for Yusuf Nurkic, and McCollum subbed in for Derek Jones. And then for Dallas, Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber, and Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for J.J. Redick.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Doncic dishes to Powell. The drive by Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on. And a five-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's McCollum. And the layup's good off the glass.
Always good to see solid interior work by McCollum. I mean, he might earn himself some extra space on his outside jumpers when he gets inside points like this.
And GA, even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Lillard misses.
He's disappeared this quarter. He can't get anything to drop. That's not going to help him get out of the hole.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. McCollum against Richardson. Pass to Powell. Back to Richardson. Powell kicks to Doncic. Lets it go from 14. And it's Dallas with another.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Lillard finds Covington. Lillard against Doncic. A putback and the second chance effort by McCollum. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. 4-point game. Doncic with it. He's got 8. And a miss there on the triple. Cullen passes to Lillard. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
You better respect the interior game of Lillard. When he gets deep inside, he forces the defense to hit him.
It's his first trip to the line. Both teams will make substitutions. And both free throws good for Damian Lillard.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Redick inside the line, and the shot is long. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
They've got Enes Kanter. Jones is out there with Anthony. Then there's McCollum, and it's Simons in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Powell, the pass to Brunson. Here's Redick. Kicks it to Powell. 6 to shoot. The pass to Finney-Smith. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Dallas making a switch here. Kleber's checked in. Portland trailing here. And here's McCollum. To the wing on the left. Here's Giles. And stolen by Cauley Stein. And Redick, here we go. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Not just a shooter, Redick can also get inside, effective at exploiting holes in the defense.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Dallas leading by 4. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Dennis Smith is a guy you can win with. Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Oh, you're right, and I love the opportunistic approach. These kinds of hustle plays can be game changers.
And now Portland on the break. McCollum with the ball.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. A good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
Outside, Reddick. Now the feed to Cauley-Stein. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. The 9-foot shot. And Portland again with the bucket.
It's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
Reddick up top, guarded by Powell. Here's Cauley-Stein. The shot is good off the backboard. Cauley-Stein's got the game tied up here for the Mavs. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
Team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. Stolen by McCollum. Passes it to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
And it's good to see McCollum working on becoming a better defender, using his quick hands to wipe the ball away.
Pass to Reddick. Feeds it to Cauley-Stein. Dallas moving it around. He gets that one. Cauley-Stein's got 4 points now in the quarter. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable, and there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer. Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on. McCollum right side. Gets it to go. That one good from Giles.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
McCollum against Brunson. Pass to Kleba. From deep three-point range. 6-second difference between shot and game clock.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Powell for 3. They grab their own miss.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Now Brunson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the pass to Finney-Smith. He feeds it to Cauley-Stein. Excellent D from Cancer.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers with their...
Hey, Kevin,
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Best. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. They flipped the switch in the second quarter. It was a much better performance than in the... Thanks for joining us.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Trailblazers leading by 6. Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. They've got Powell. Doncic out there with Richardson. And there's Porzingis, and it's Hardaway in at the 3. Here's Porzingis. And foul on. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Doncic against Lillard.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And that one's good. Lillard's got the lead up to 9 now for Portland.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
Yeah, showing that short area skill allows him to create some space.
Porzingis. Here's Powell. From down in the low post, it goes.
Surprised everyone by passing out of his shot. What a fantastic dish.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Here is Lillard. Passes to Nurkic. To the inside. It's blocked. But they get it back. Shot clock at 5. Here's Little. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Hits. Got that one from Nurkic.
Second chance points have really been an issue here defensively.
Up top, Doncic. Covered by Lillard. And that one drops for him. Doncic has got 12.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Lillard outside. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Getting hotter the deeper we get into this game. I mean, he didn't give them much of anything in the first half.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Lillard surveying the D. He kicks to Little. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Hardaway dishes to Powell. It's stolen by Little. Outside, Covington. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's rebounded by Doncic. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group. J.J. Redick's checked in for Dallas. Doncic, no good. Trailblazers leading by 7. Powell, no one around him. Portland, no good that time either. Powell finds Richardson. And the dunk by Doncic.
Oh, yeah, high IQ basketball from Richardson. Values the easy assist over a risky shot.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Nicolo Melli comes in for Dwight Powell. Burke, he's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. The shot's good from Cantor.
Cantor is a single-minded scorer. Doesn't like to be denied when he's got position, even dealing with a lot of contact.
There's 49 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Brunson against McCollum. Fires top of the key. The Mavericks pull it in.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Belly, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, man, you better appreciate the unselfishness. When Redick sees an open teammate, as great of a shooter as he is, he's fast at getting him the ball.
Portland, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. That free throw good from Anthony. Both free throws good from Anthony. Brunson against McCollum. Brunson the pass to call his time. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Enes Kanter.
Well, that's the length of Cauley Stein. He's a nuisance for any opponent. He uses that to his advantage and how he draws fouls.
Cauley Stein hits them both. 5 seconds left in the third. Jones, that's for 2. The third quarter comes to a close. Trailblazers lead by 5. We're going to step aside. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Mavericks trail by 5. Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Jones. Then it's Little. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Such assertiveness. This is why Porzingis is a go-to option on offense. Never afraid to take a big shot.
Inside. It's intercepted. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Derek Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Then for the Mavericks, Jay Burks checked in for Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
How about this turnaround? He played a fringe role in the first half, and now he's the man for them.
Doncic against Lillard. Trailblazers leading by 4. Here's Covington, and the dunk by Covington.
Proving he's not afraid to finish with power. Covington loves to dunk it home.
For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Burke looking over the floor. Pass to Porzingis. Rebound by Nurkic. The Trailblazers shooting at 51%. Really solid. And the dunk by Covington.
Oh, the quick feet of Covington. He excels at getting out there on the break and finding ways to capitalize.
Mavericks trail by 8. Now, here's Doncic. Pass to Porzingis, and stolen by Lillard. Here's McCollum, and McCollum with the slam.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Oh, and they're showing no signs of letting up. I love this approach right now. They value each possession.
And that one is good.
Oh, no hesitation to get it to the rim. He uses his height advantage to convert the easy.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his struggles tonight.
And Doncic gets it to go.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Lillard against Doncic. Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
Oh, it's easy to forget about Lillard's hops. I mean, this guy has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
Doncic feeling it out. To the left side wing. 4 on the clock, and he makes that one. Burke's got his first bucket in this one.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Lillard finds Nurkic. Back to Lillard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
A rapper off the court, number 0 from the town, an elite point guard. He has plenty of personality. He's a fun guy to be around.
Cantor checked in for the Trailblazers. Redick with the 3. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 5 rebounds tonight. It's the first, and that will put them up by 9.
One of my favorite trash talkers in the NBA, Cantor, never really shies away from taking jabs at opponents. And I think his teammates like that.
We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. Redick with the 3. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds in this game. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Wow, the toughness and the edge Nurkic provides, it's awesome. The physical big man, he makes an impact on both ends of the floor.
Shot clock at 6. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Now the Mavericks moving it up. The shot by Powell, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it. And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Trailblazers.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Lillard.
He was the alpha dog out there tonight. Totally in charge of this game. No matter what the situation was, he was the one to dictate the action.
Lillard from deep three-point land. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Richardson the pass to Powell. And here is Cauley-Stein. He's guarded by Nurkic. Takes the 3. No good on that one. McCollum feeling it out a bit. And a deep 3 from Lillard. Bucket's good.
We're seeing the very best of Lillard.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us.
welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And it was quite a display as the Trailblazers arrived at the arena. A lot of thought put into those outfits. The beaches of Santa Monica and Venice, not too far from our setting. And we've got...
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. And a look at the status here of both teams, injured players, and who will not be in the lineup.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got Robert Covington, Damian Lillard out there with Jones. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Little in at the 3 spot. And for the Clippers, Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Oh, that was something else!
Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
Jackson looking around. George finds Jackson. Leonard on the wing. Leonard draws the double. Just 5 to shoot. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game. Over in the corner, Batum. Outside, George. And the shot is good.
Just tough shots just don't bother Paul George. So smooth with it when he gets into his motion.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. No good with the triple.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
6 on the shot clock. George passes to Zubac. Count it. Good.
Just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment, goes straight to the rim.
Lillard with no one around. Hits it from 3-point range. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
Amazing how much Lillard has spatial awareness when his defender's just far enough away. He's going to shoot that quickly.
Jackson passes to George. There's the 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. George has got his second basket.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the 3-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
That shot missing, and the Clippers will come the other way. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's a whistle he did not want to hear. His second foul, and we're not even out of the first quarter.
For the Clippers, Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Reggie Jackson. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Little. McCollum's checked in for Jones. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. From deep, George, bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Well, an accurate 3-point shooter. Paul George can get it going from distance.
McCollum kicks to Covington. Back to McCollum. It's tipped. Tanner, high post. McCollum outside. Tries from 16. Another shot. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Like when his motor is running and he's playing with high levels of energy, Cantor is a monster on the offensive glass.
Rondo finds George. And it's George finishing it off.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And here's McCollum for 3. And that one's good, Anthony.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Leonard dishes to Morris. There's the triple. That one, no good. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Here's Covington. Here's Simons. Tries again. It's McCollum on the wing. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Simons. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Just a smooth scorer is C.J. McCollum, and that combination of being confident and crafty keeps helping him pile up points in terms of his career statistics. Now he's at the line.
A different look now for Portland. Harry Giles is checked in for Robert Covington. And Norman Powell subbed in for Anfernee Simons. Rondo passes to Morris. Off target from three-point range. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. They trail by 1. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
And here's Rondo. Passes it to Morris. Kicks it to Patterson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, Patterson usually on the perimeter. This time down on the inside, doing a little bit of damage.
And so the first quarter comes to a close. Both teams scoring well, but it... Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated all the talent on this team.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder. Everybody wants to win.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. We've got Little. Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Lillard in at the point guard position. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Marcus Morris. Portland also making some changes. Harry Giles is checked in for Little. Norman Powell comes in for Derek Jones. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Damian Lillard. Portland leading. Outside Anthony. Powell finds Anthony. Good. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season.
Oh,
I was
goodness.
championship night. I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Well, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Did miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, yeah. Got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face.
Oh,
yeah.
oh, ouch. 5 to shoot. Giles the pass to Powell. And now the Clippers on the break. Jackson's got the ball. Pass to Kennard. From deep. Rebounded by McCollum. For Portland, they've gone 2 or 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Not a problem. First turnover of the game, but overall, I like how they're taking care of the basketball.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Norkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Giles. Little, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Simons in for Norman Powell. Catching up on the changes for Portland. Derek Jones comes in for McCollum. And Lillard subbed in for Anfernee Simons. And Jackson gets it to go.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Well, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Now, here's Zubac. There's the dish to Jackson. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Zubac's no good.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
The Clippers shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. Pass to George. Covington with the steal. Here's Little. Kicks it out to Jones. Paul George with the steal. 1:43 left to play here in the second quarter. Leonard against Jones. Nurkic with the block.
Nurkic big and blocking.
And George gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
A different look for the Clippers. Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Lillard with the bucket.
Smart and aggressive. Lillard repeatedly dominating the pick and roll set.
Outside, George. There's a minute left to play in the first half. And the wide open shot from Morris. Los Angeles with another miss.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Nurkic misses the layup. Clippers trail by 3. Now Leonard. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Outside, George. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Rondo. The shot's good on the assist by George. Rondo's got his first points in this one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
George against Lillard. And there's the pass to Nurkic. Outside, Jones. Lillard left side. And then Lillard slams it in.
What a luxury for a staff to have a guard who can do this. Lillard able to elevate quickly for the monster jam.
George looking around. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Portland out in front, up 3. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The period wrapped up with the teams on left.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Batum. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue.
Well, in that kind of move, Paul George is such a great scorer. He can stay in control even at full speed.
Lillard way outside. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Outside, George for the lead. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And here comes the break. Here's Little. Jones kicks to Lillard. And closing the shot, even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Simons, the pass to Cannon. Here's Anthony. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
Nurkic with the pump fake does a good job fooling the defender that time.
The Trailblazers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one for the Trailblazers. Robert Covington's checked in for Cantor. Little comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Jones subbed in for Damian Lillard.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Back to Jackson. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And the Clippers making a change here. Patterson's checked in. And a switch here also for Portland. Damian Lillard, he's checked in for Anthony Simons. Jackson against Lillard. Here's Kennard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. So for the Clippers, Morris is checked in for Batum. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Reggie Jackson. For Portland, they've gone 0 of 4 from the field in the second half. Yet to find the mark. Lillard with it. 12 points for him. From deep three-point range, Kennard with the rebound.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Buries it from three-point range. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Lillard from outside. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for the Clippers. Right side, Rondo. Morris outside from deep. Drains it from beyond the arc. Morris has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Now, you can't leave someone open around Rondo. He'll find him. And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
Exactly what they want right there. Continue to get good looks.
Passes it to Rondo. Leonard looking over the floor. And he elevates, and then the slam. Cantor did not like that.
It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim with that finish.
And last season, Marcus Morris's name, one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switch to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat. So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Dishes to Morris. Outside Rondo. Feeds to Patterson. Pass to Man. 4 on the shot clock. And he comes up with the deuce. And now it's a 3-point Clipper lead.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
McCollum against Rondo. For the 3. Morris with the rebound. Clippers leading by 3. Outside Leonard. official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That's on Enes Kanter.
And this is who he has become. Leonard, with the great body control, takes the hit and still able to sink the shot and one.
A three from McCollum, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Clippers lead by 6. We'll get right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the floor for Portland. At the 2 and the 3, McCollum and Little. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony, and it's Simons in at the point. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. A different look now for Portland. Norkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anfernee Simons. George with the ball. Now Covington defended. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. Trailblazers trail by 6. Lillard from deep three-point land. They get it back. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Leonard, the pass to Jackson. Batum dishes to George. Jacks up a 3. Back to Batum. Outside, George. A second chance effort. He takes it up and lays it in. George has got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
Well, Paul George concentrating through the contact and making sure he had a shooting window open.
Pass to Covington. Stolen by Jackson. There's the lob to the hoop. And Batum throws it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And the Clippers making a change here. Coffey's checked in. Kanter checked in for the Trailblazers. Outside Jackson. Pocket 6. To the paint. Here's George. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. George has got 4 points this quarter. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And the basket by McCollum.
Well, that's a go-to for CJ. He looks to spray it from three-point line as much as he possibly can.
Here's George. Now the pass to Coffey. Back to George. To the middle. It's stolen by Little. Lillard from outside. Nailed from three-point land.
Yeah, keep thinking that he can't shoot it from there, and he'll prove you wrong. Lillard lofts one of those high-arching bombs.
Lillard against Jackson. Banked in off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 8.
Any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
Up again, and Kanter able to finish.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Outside Jackson. On the wing, Batum. Pass to Coffee. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. Outside, George. The shot that time, not on target. And it's Portland the other way.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Yeah, you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
There's 57 seconds left in the fourth.
Well, your best players want to take on the burden come clutch time, and Paul George carrying the weight right now.
Lillard from deep three-point land. Rebound by the Clippers. And here's Jackson. Pass to Zubac. The feed now to George. Outside for Batum. The three. And it's George again missing. And here's Portland. 6-point game. Pass to Canner. Here's Lillard. Takes a three. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within three.
Well, he has that ability, elevates his game in the clutch time. It's Lillard time. He's on point.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That will get him his fourth foul of the game.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Jackson from long range. Offline. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. nestled among the peaks of the Rocky Mountains. And
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, DA. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. They've got Jones. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Little. And it's Lillard in at point guard. And for the Nuggets, Murray out there with Will Barton. Then it's Aaron Gordon. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Porter. And at the three, the small forward.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Here's Lillard, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Porter. And instead of just swinging the ball around the perimeter, Clark, both these teams like to run offense through the post.
Yeah, and I love that, Kevin. We don't see it very often, but you're right. Both of these teams emphatic about getting the ball inside, putting pressure on the defense by driving it inside or passing it into the post. And it allows both of them to play a very high-quality inside-out game.
Now here's Gordon. Rebound by Nurkic. Pass to Covington. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Little, and the layup falls.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Gordon. Pass to Jokic. And no good. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
For Denver, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Murray kicks to Gordon. The pass to Jokic. On target from 13 feet.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
Lillard, right side. Inside, Jones. Good defense by Jokic.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Well, you know, on the inside, Porter is a very skilled player. He understands that you've got to be multi-dimensional, a lot of versatility to your game to be effective inside.
Now, here's Lillard. Passes it to Nurkic. It's up a 3. Lillard misses. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And stolen by Lillard. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Outside, Covington. Back to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Uncovered. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage. And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. It showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And then for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic, and it's C.J. McCollum in for Jones. Campazzo, covered by Lillard. Here's Dozier. To the paint, deflects the pass. Bull can't hit. You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations, logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
Here's Kanter. Bull making his last shot, and Lillard gets it to go.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Nuggets have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first. Millsap passes to McGee. Back to Millsap. Over Little. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
That one goes. Count it. The Nuggets trail. Dishes it to Millsap. Shot clock at 6. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Here's Cantor. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
And that does it for the... Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he deals with the big...
I look to the times where
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And taking a look at the Trail Blazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Denver, Jermichael Green is out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Paul Millsap. Then there's Murray. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways. You can win a lot of different ways. But you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. McCollum outside. 6 to shoot. Lobs it up for Cantor. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Kicks the ball. Campazzo, and he gets the whistle. 2 free. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Portland moving the ball around. Cantor kicks to McCollum. Anthony, the pass to Cantor. Tries again. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. Cantor's got the lead up to 12 now for the Trailblazers. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Here's Murray, and it's Jokic in the corner. Gets a very good look and converts.
So good to see Murray, not just as a scorer, but thriving as a passer, too.
McCollum with the ball. Pass to Anthony. Here's Giles. Jokic defending. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Barton wide open. He fires. And the second chance effort by Gordon. Gordon's got it back down to single digits for the Nuggets.
Yeah, great hustle from Gordon using his patented vertical to sky up for the board.
Pass to Giles. And here's McCollum for three. They get the rebound. It's good on the putback.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. Stolen by McCollum. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. McCollum with the ball. Porter pulls it in. The Nuggets trail by 10. Jokic finds Porter. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Green, he's checked in for Porter. Now here's Murray. And the pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists in the game.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Lillard against Murray. Now here's Lillard. He's tightly guarded. Clock at 6. From deep. Denver grabs the miss.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Right wing. And then Lillard slams it in.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
And that does it for the... Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. That's all for now.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. It's been a clinic so far from Enes Kanter.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Robert Covington out there with Little. Then there's Derek Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. Rebound by Murray. The Nuggets trail by 10. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. That wouldn't. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
And stolen by Lillard. Little with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. Takes it out to Covington. Lillard looking around. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go with a 3. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Gordon dishes to Millsap. Murray against Jones. Trailblazers leading by 11. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up. That's going to send Damian Lillard to the free throw line. Paul Millsap picks one up. Simons, he's checked in for Little. Free throw good. Damian Lillard.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
JaMychal Green, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Little, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Campazzo, covered by Lillard. Another shot. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from McGee.
Boy, for a 7-footer, he's got really good bounce, does JaVale McGee, and doing a nice job working on the glass there.
Lillard outside. Jones finds Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Denver making a switch here. Bulls checked in, and the Trailblazers making a change here as well. McCollum's checked in. Here's Lillard. Following the basket by JaVale McGee. Count that one. Lillard's got 8 points in the quarter.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Passes it to Bull. And now they decide to foul intentionally. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Harry Giles comes in for Robert Covington. Anthony's checked in for Little. And Norman Powell subbed in for Lillard. Now here's Green. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Green against Powell. Back to McCollum. Latrey. They get it back.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. After Enes Kanter's basket, the rebound by Giles.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And it's Millsap with the ball for Denver. It's a 14-point game, and the dunk by Bull.
And you know, entering the draft, Bull was a polarizing prospect. Scouts didn't know who to compare him to, and maybe still haven't figured it out. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Pass to McGee. For Denver, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. That free throw missing.
Hey, you know, guys, McGee has won back-to-back titles with the Warriors. You know, that's not too bad for a journeyman.
Denver making a switch here. Murray's checked in. Portland leading by 13. Outside Anthony, and Anthony gets double-teamed. Pass to Giles. Trying to find Kanter. Gets it to him. Powell, no one around him. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Nuggets have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Green kicks to Millsap. The pass to Bull. All sorts of time. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists. Bull's got 6.
Well, doing a little bit of everything. Millsap terrific at moving the ball, sensing when a teammate has a good look. It doesn't stick with him.
Goes up the baseline. It's deflected. Not going to go that time. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Jamal Murray. Porter is out there with Aaron Gordon. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Barton in at the 2 spot. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Here's Gordon. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Murray surveying the D. Passes to Jokic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Well, I love how crafty Jokic is. You know, he basically baits defenders into committing the foul once he gets deep position.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Michael Porter. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Cantor's checked in for Robert Covington. And McCollum subbed in for Derek Jones. Lillard outside. Back to McCollum. Lillard against Murray. Lillard the pass to Little. McGee with the block.
Yeah, if you had to pick the top priority for McGee, I think that's it. Contest shots, block shots, get in the air, use that length to deny shots at the rim.
And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Feeds to Lillard. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Barton finds Jokic. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Jokic has got 4 points in the quarter. Portland leading by 9. Here's McCollum. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Martin with it. Lillard picks him up. Murray the pass to Jokic. Kicks it out to Gordon. Murray outside. Pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Jokic embraces the pressure. He's terrific at keeping his composure and maintaining a cool head, even when the shot clock is up against him.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Here is Lillard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, Dame loves to test the defense like that, runs up against it, and then outworks them.
Michael Porter, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. Derek Jones comes in for C.J. McCollum.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. So for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter comes in for Robert Covington. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Derek Jones. Jokic. Porter finds Jokic. And Porter putting it right back in.
Always good to see the young fella Porter Jr. outwork the opposition on the glass that time.
Lillard against Murray. Now, here's Lillard. Defense is right there. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul. We've got 1:55 left in the 4th quarter. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Jokic with the block.
Outstanding timing from Jokic there. Then the superb reach to wipe away the shot.
Here's McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Nuggets trail by 7. Murray, the pass to Porter. Back to Murray. Pass to Jokic. On the wing, Gordon. Down low, 6 on the shot clock. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
You know, it took a little time for Jokic to understand how to draw contact and get himself to the foul line, but he's figured it out now.
Crucial that he converts those shots. They've got to keep eating away at the lead.
Lillard against Murray. Now, here's Lillard. He's guarded closely. McCollum kicks to Lillard. For Murray. Rebound by the Nuggets. The Nuggets now in offense. Big stretch here going 10-2. Here's Jokic. Money!
Easy to understand why they turn to Jokic in these situations. He has a knack for cashing in on big possessions.
And for Portland, they're shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Barton is checked in. And then for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington comes in for Enes Kanter. And it's Derek Jones in for C.J. McCollum. Murray finds Jokic. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. They've led by as many as 14 points. Lillard against Murray. Now here's Lillard. Defense right on him. Clock at 4. Count it!
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And that makes it a one-possession game, guys. Got to be the biggest free throws of the game thus far.
Lillard outside. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight. And before
Hey, Kevin.
it might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. They've got Jones. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Little in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Mavericks, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with J.J. Redick, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent, and now credit Porzingis because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
Here's Finney-Smith, a beautiful reverse layup.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now here's Lillard. Outside, Jones. Back to Lillard. Fires the 3. And it's Lillard again missing for Dallas. They've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Redick for 3. No good there. Now Portland takes it the other way.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And he gets one to fall, and now 1 out of his first 4.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Doncic feeling it out. Shot clock at 6. Here's Porzingis. And it's Portland with the rebound. Got a piece of it. Doncic with the steal. Here's Little. Tips it. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Now here's Redick. Here's Doncic. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area. Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
Doncic outside. And there's the pass to Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Porzingis has got his second bucket of the game to go. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. How about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man, and that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players.
I'll tell you, his shot is just lost right now. There's just no consistency. Amazing that they're still up in this basketball game.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now. This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Portland, no good that time either.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, there's reach, there's size, there's wingspan, and there's a knack for understanding where it's coming off. This is a very difficult thing to keep Porzingis off the window.
Now, here's Lillard. There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Just 5 to shoot. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, his positioning near the hoop always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. And here is Kleber. No points in the game yet for him. Redick from deep three-point land. And it's rebounded by Covington. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Lillard attacking. And the layup is good. Lillard's got 5 now.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Trailblazers out in front. They lead by 1. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. At the 2 and the 3, McCollum and Little. Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the 1.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Hardaway passes to Cauley-Stein. Count the basket.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
The shot by Cauley-Stein, no good. Portland leading. Anthony, no one around. Offensive rebound. Here's Kanter. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Pass to Simons. And that one is hammered home.
You know, you love your star players making others better, and Melo with the vision there.
And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Giles checked in for the Trailblazers. Norman Powell comes in for Anthony Simons. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Cauley-Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
And they pick up 2.
The efficiency of Enes Kanter is impressive. This guy's massive on the blocks and knows how to score.
It's to Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
3rd foul of the half, and that's the risk you take leaving him out there.
McCollum against Brunson. From the stripe, Kanter. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
Here's Burke. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. That one a little long. Trailblazers leading by 3. Here's Anthony. Good. Nice job down low.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Now here's Brunson. Misses the 3. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Cantor kicks to Anthony. McCollum with the ball. 6 to shoot from 10 feet out. Here's Cantor. Back to McCollum. Portland moving the ball around. 11 feet out, and he hits it.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Mavericks trail by 7. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Paulie stopped. Can't get it to fall.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Gets it to go. That one good from Giles. Giles has got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Pass to Finney-Smith. To the inside. Oh! And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Doncic outside. It's Redick on the wing over Jones, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from J.J. Redick.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They didn't get more than a one-possession lead. And that'll do it.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And it's been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Lillard against Doncic. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they are forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Hardaway's checked in for Dallas. Redick comes in for Richardson. And then Lillard slams it in.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Up top, Doncic. Covered by Lillard. Offensive rebound. Marjanovic. And he banks in the layup.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard.
Now here's Covington. Now Little. The pass to Lillard. 4 on the clock. Fires, high post. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 7.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And here is Doncic. Beyond the arc. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got 5 rebounds tonight, and they're moving it up. Porzingis with the steal. Now the Mavericks moving it up. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Richardson comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor, he's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Little. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Derek Jones. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Here's what Portland's going with right now. Harry Giles comes in for Robert Covington. And Norman Powell subbed in for Anthony Simons. And yes, it's good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Powell with the steal. Anthony, the pass to Giles. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively.
Brunson kicks to Richardson. Feeds it to Cauley-Stein. Excellent D from Cantor.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Mike Powell comes in for Marjanovic, and Trey Burke subbed in for Hardaway. Here's Brunson, and that one drops. Brunson's got his first points of the game.
Yeah, surprised he doesn't have more shot attempts. He's been accurate. You'd think he'd want to take control now with them behind.
Here's McCollum. From 13 feet, it goes down. McCollum's got the lead up to 12 now for Portland.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Richardson the pass to Powell. Back to Richardson. Chalk up 2 there.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Brunson against McCollum. To the paint, here's Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Boy, once Cantor establishes position on the interior, forget about it.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Down by 12. And he's good on the 3-ball. Brunson's got 5 now.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Goes back up. Giles the pass to Cantor. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Passes it to Burke. Now here's Powell. Guarded closely. Stolen by McCollum. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. 1 second left.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
And so it's Portland looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Portland, we've got Robert Covington. He's out there with Nurkic. Damian Lillard out there with Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the 2.
Boy, what a job defensively. You couldn't play that any better.
From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside? Wow.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Redick for 3, knocks down the 3-ball.
And how about the payback there, guys? You do you, I do me.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire, a little bit of pride at stake.
Pass to Simons. Lillard against Redick. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, Dame loves to test the defense like that, runs up against it, and then outworks them.
Porzingis is checked in for Cauley-Stein. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Little, he's checked in for Anthony Simons. Here's Burke. A 3-pointer off the mark.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Took him no time at all on that one. And the Trailblazers lead by 19.
And this is peak Dame. Rising, firing, one of the more confident shooters we have in our game.
It's stolen by Jones. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Here's Little. And that one, good.
And getting out in transition has been a big part of this run that they're on.
Outside, Redick. Pass to Powell. Richardson outside. Back to Powell. And it's Powell slamming it down.
Well, that's the incredible leaping ability from Dwight Powell. Just jams it home.
And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Trey Burke. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Josh Richardson. And Doncic is subbed in for J.J. Redick. Portland also making some changes. Enes Kanter's checked in for Robert Covington. And McCollum subbed in for Derek Jones. Doncic passes to Porzingis. And he drops it in from the low post.
And this is why people believe Porzingis is a long-term star in the NBA. He can carry a team for long stretches.
Lillard with no one around. Buries the long-range jumper. Lillard's got 16 here in the second half.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
Out to the wing. Kanter dishes to Lillard. High post shot. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Lillard's got 23.
And once they roll the ball out there, Lillard turned on the switch. He is doing it all tonight.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist by Porzingis.
Well, the defense wants to keep the ball out of that area. Why? Because if it gets in there, most players are going to finish.
Lillard fires away from way outside. A quick shot there, and it's off target. Mavericks trail by 20.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Portland.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Damian Lillard.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
And a deep three from Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
And if you look at the stats for unassisted jump shot percentage, Lillard is always around the top. He can drain those pull-up jumpers as well as anybody in our league.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot. But right now, this guy is cooking.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. 22 is their biggest lead. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The offensive rebound. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. And the Trailblazers lead by 17.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Here's Porzingis. That one off the back iron and out. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up.